We just got another project in the door. This house behind me here, purchased about a week ago. Never been here, bought it sight unseen. In today's video, we're gonna be doing a walk through the property, figuring out exactly what we need to do before we list this thing and put it back on the market. A couple things I noticed when I first drove up to this property is one, I really like the neighborhood. We got nice homes. It's a very well-kept neighborhood, which is great. We are definitely the worst house on the block, but not for long. We'll be changing that. And then a couple other things I noticed is that the roof appears to be new, which is outstanding. The front of the house, the siding looks great. And then there's also vinyl windows. 3 very expensive items on the exterior: roof, windows, siding, all appear to be in good shape, which is a big deal because having to replace any of those items is obviously very costly. Hopefully we can focus most of our dollars into the interior of the home. Well, let's go inside, have a look. All right, we're gonna head on inside now, see what we're up against. There we go. There is a lot of junk in here and it smells pretty bad. It smells like animals and poop. But let's keep touring this thing, huh? This is a 2-story house. Online, it's listed as a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,400 square feet. We're just gonna start by touring the upstairs here. Head down here, see what we're getting into. I'm assuming a bathroom. Okay. There's poop everywhere in here. I think it's animal poop. So bathroom 1's a disaster. Let's look down here. These closet doors are actually in pretty good shape, surprisingly. I mean, this place is just stuffed full. I mean, this room's not terrible. So bedroom 1, just kind of going to bedroom 2 here. It's a little bit bigger than standard, which is nice. And then cruising in, I think this would be the master. My God, how can someone have so much stuff? Here's the master vanity and okay, what's going on in here? Let's take a look. Master bath here. Sorry, I had to squeeze through some stuff. There's obviously some issues here. We got, okay, this is weird. We've got a bunch of duct tape with plastic everywhere. So there's obviously some sort of plumbing shower leak issues here. Okay, this is all very odd, but either way, there is a lot of work to be done here. So far, I am not impressed. And this place is way worse off than we were expecting, or at least messier. It's always hard to tell when there's just so much crap in a house of what is really going on. I mean, it's obviously nasty. There's feces all over the floors. With all the junk everywhere, it's really hard to see how bad it really is. So we'll obviously need to get a trash out crew in here quickly so we can better assess damages. So we head back down the main hallway here towards the front door. We got the front door there. Looks like main living room area with potentially a dining room in the back. We'll try to get over there from a different direction because it's pretty blocked off with stuff. And then this is just kind of like a secondary living room, I guess, with a fireplace. And then it looks like this cruises through to the kitchen. More poop all over the ground. Oh God, look at this. Ugh. Oh God, that reeks. Some of the worst smells I've ever smelt in houses like this come from the fridge. Keep in mind, do not ever open one of these fridges in a house that's been vacant. Usually there's just a ton of rotting food in there. That smell will haunt your dreams. Remember that. Don't open fridges in vacant houses. And off of this little breakfast nook, we got a sliding glass door, which I'm assuming goes to a deck. We're on the 2nd story here. And as you can see, it is like completely overgrown. There's no way I could, one, even get to it with all the junk. I'm gonna try to access it from the outside and see what we're working with. Again, this is, I'm assuming, all deck right here. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see with the glare, but holy smokes. We could use a bit of a trim. Here in the kitchen, like these cabinets here, they're pretty rough. I don't know if they're salvageable. All the uppers are actually in pretty good shape, but the lowers are pretty nasty. Got like a little breakfast nook over here. This is gonna be a hefty trash out bill, folks. There is a lot of stuff here. And now here we are in the dining room. Nice layout of a nice house here. Fine china right here. But there's just so much stuff in here. People just left their keys behind. I don't know what that's to, but that just looks like a newer key fob to me. But I don't know. We'll see what we got here. Down into the basement we go. Again, just cat or dog feces everywhere. That's probably why there's a little cat door right there. There's obviously been some drywall issues right here coming from a upstairs bathroom or something. This looks like the sheetrock here has caved in, and at some point they tried to repair it. Look at this carpet. This is wild. Okay, so what do we got down here? So this goes into the garage. We got ourselves a drum set. Love that. What else do we got in here? I can barely get over there, but there's some kind of a car over there. Yeah, I don't know what kind of car that is, but it looks newer. All right, so we went in the garage already. Oh, there's another door to the garage. Okay, that's crazy. Garage, stairwell, garage. I don't think I've ever seen a layout like this. This is interesting. We've got bikes, we've got cars. Kia Soul. It's pretty hammered. Okay, checking out the rest. Let's go back inside here. Okay, so this is just some sort of a mechanical room / laundry. So far we have 3 bedrooms upstairs and we have 2 bathrooms, one of which is included in the master. Now that we're in the basement, we'll finish touring this. There's, secondary living room that we've seen. The garages are off the basement as well. I'm assuming we got another couple bedrooms and a bathroom down the hallway here, but we're about to find out. Let's take a look here. All right, getting skinny here. We got a bathroom here. Looks like a 3/4 bath, which this is great. Actually, a really nice bathroom down here. Big, roomy, spacious. And then this is just some sort of little nook. Why is there so much shit everywhere? Oh God, that was creepy. Okay, that scarecrow, I saw this foot right here. That just scared the heck out of me. Just a little storeroom in here. And then we have, 4th bedroom back here. Just filled with stuff. That might be the original Macintosh right there. Cars in general can be difficult to get rid of off a property. Once you buy a property, you can't just tow it to the junkyard or sell it off or whatever. You have to do what's called post a notice of abandonment. And then once you do that, it's usually like a 30 to 60 day period. And then you can actually gain title to the car and either dispose of it. If it's run down and not worth anything, you could take it to a junkyard or whatever. But if it's something like that one in the garage, we'll have to get a better look at it, but it looked newer. That's something where if we post the proper notices, and then over a 30 to 60 day period, we could actually become the owner of that car and sell it off for, whatever it's worth. There might be some value in that one. County records was correct. This is a 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom house, which is great, but it's nastier on the inside than I was anticipating. When you look at it from the outside, it doesn't look too bad. Like I said, the roof looks good. Siding and windows are in decent shape. The only thing is the backyard's maybe a little overgrown. And then you come inside and it's just an absolute disaster in here. I wouldn't have guessed it was gonna be this bad. I'm gonna head into the backyard, see if I can gain access somehow. I wanna get a look at the back side of the house, as well as take a look at the decks back there and see how much work needs to be done. So far, the house is a complete mess. I do like the house. I like the neighborhood, so there are some positives to it. Oh look, we got ourselves another abandoned car here. We got a couple cars to get rid of. Like I said, they're a pain with all the posting that has to be done before you can even do anything. There's just a lot of stuff here. The trash out bill is gonna be significant. So here's this deck that we looked at from the kitchen window, and I'm just going underneath that here. It definitely needs good cleaning, but until we cut down all the bushes and actually walk on it, see what needs to be done there and feel the actual stability and integrity of the deck, it's hard to know. It's hard to put a number to that. I don't know what this thing is. We got ourselves a little, what is this? Like a battery operated car thing? All right, we're cruising. We have ourselves a big backyard that is completely overgrown with briars. And it's not gonna be cheap to knock this down. Believe it or not, just knocking down briars like this and taking care of decks like that, when houses or structures are engulfed in brush, it's actually fairly expensive, or your landscape budget tends to swell pretty quickly. But this is a really nice backyard. This hedge right here creates some really nice privacy, which is great. So once this is all cleared out and cleaned up, this will make for a really nice backyard. And then if we can get this deck cleaned up also. That'll be a really nice area off of the kitchen and dining room. And we're kind of up on a hill, so we'll have a little bit of views out the back, which is great. That concludes our walkthrough. Unfortunately, the only thing I really like about this house so far is the exterior and the neighborhood itself. The interior, pretty nasty, and it's honestly kind of hard to pencil a tight rehab budget when there's just so much in the house. Our next steps from here are to get this thing trashed out. Then I'm gonna get back out here and I'll do an accurate rehab assessment, but here are the general numbers. Where did this deal at? We bought this deal for $350,000. If we can stick to no more than $100,000 on the renovation, I think we can get a $525,000 end sales price, which would leave us around maybe a $40,000 profit or so. Now, we just need to make sure we run this thing tight and we don't exceed or let the budget swell at all. We got to keep this thing to 100,000 or less if we want to make any money on this deal. Guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing other videos on this house. Once we get it trashed out, we'll go over rehab budget in detail, and I will take you out into the field on some of our other projects. Guys, until next time, subscribe. See ya.